They've been fighting this fire since around 1 to 1:30 this morning, and they tell me they expect to be out here for several more hours putting that fire out. Right now, crews are picking up the debris, which you can see behind me, of the tree that fell down on this woman's home in North Shreveport. Now, Jacqueline Blake's was in her home by herself when the storm came through this morning. Today is the second day that Shreveport police is leading the charge to find the suspect. Right now, this scene in Bossier City looks a lot different than it did earlier, while officers were still out here investigating that officer-involved shooting that happened early this morning and ultimately took one person's life. I also spoke to people in Karnak and other places in Harrison County to learn more. People told me that they were saddened, but no one wanted to go on camera. The closure will be on I-49 Urban, which is from Burt Coons to I-20. Now, everyone I've spoken to have had years of history in this community and have never seen a storm like this come through before. Speaker Johnson was in North Louisiana over the weekend, touching base with constituents at a couple different spots. As of the latest data that is available through the Secretary of State's website, over 500,000 people have already voted in Louisiana. And good morning here from Houghton High School. Right now I'm joined with some of the High Steppers dance officers. Hit the pose, hit the pose. Yeah. To find more information about the project, all you have to do is go to ksla.com and click on our I-20 project tab. Be here tomorrow as well as you guys make those donations come out. Bring that graphing paper, bring those clear backpacks, and everything in between. Thanks for joining us for KSLA News 12 this morning. I'm donnakeeya. We begin with a first alert in our crime tracker. Shreveport police tell us one man is dead and another is behind bars after an overnight shooting. Details are limited at this time, but here's what we know. We are letting the good times roll all weekend long here in the Arklatex as we celebrate several Mardi Gras parades. Thanks for joining us. I'm donnakeeya. Within the past few hours, we've learned from Shreveport police that those guns that went missing from a stolen UPS truck a week ago have now been recovered. Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office is looking into the cause of an early morning crash that killed a driver. The Sheriff's Office tells us just after 4:30 this morning, deputies responding to a call on I-49 found a car that had run off the highway just north of Louisiana Highway 71 and was on fire. Funeral planning is underway for the nation's 39th president, Jimmy Carter, who died yesterday at the age of 100 at his home in Plains, Georgia. Those who knew him well and those who just admired Carter for his work are offering tributes. Keeping you health aware, seasonal illnesses are increasing just as we get ready to celebrate the holidays. The CDC reports positive flu tests are up 9% in the most recent week, and cases of whooping cough are 6 times last year's rate. A quick reminder for those of you who want to vote in November's presidential election, you've only got a few weeks left to get registered.
The building is gone, but the love and the spirit of the church is not gone.
First Methodist Church in Marshall has a history that dates back to the 1860s. Much of that history went up in flames early this morning. Marshall fire crews got the call about 1 a.m. Firefighters from Longview and West Harrison were called in to help battle the blaze in the 70,000 square foot church.
We have, because of the daycare and because it's a church, we have called upon the state fire marshal to assist us in this because for manpower reasons.
No one was hurt in the fire. Marshall's fire marshal said the church was a big part of the city's history.
It has a lot of historic value. It is on the historical, national, and Texas historical landmark. The main chapel, what made it hard for us to fight fire right there is it's heavy timber and it's roof over roof that they've built over it over the years. So it's really hard to get in there and get that out.
One man staying nearby told us the smell of smoke woke him up.
Smoke was so bad, my eyes started burning, and yeah, we thought about maybe we should leave, but thank goodness the wind was blowing just far enough toward the other side of town that we thought maybe we could stay, so we went back to sleep.
The chief said the fire had a good head start on the firefighters. We're told there were also water supply issues. The pastor's wife said the church will go on.
I don't look forward to the days ahead, but I do look forward to the story that God's going to write coming out of this, what looks like a tragedy.
In Marshall, donnakeeya, KSLA News 12. The Blind Tiger is picking up the pieces after a car crashed into their business over the weekend once again. Shreveport police say the crash happened after a car ran a red light and struck a Jeep, sending the Jeep into the restaurant. Fortunately, no one was hurt. The driver of the car got a ticket for running the light. For years, the possibility of installing bollards outside of the business has been discussed. Owner Glenn Brannon says he would pay out of his pocket to protect his staff, clients, and the building.
It's debilitating. It breaks your heart. First of all, nobody likes to be out of business even for a few days. But nobody got hurt. That's the good news. But we don't want it to be a situation where somebody does get hurt before we're allowed to put in some sort of barrier.
We asked the state's Department of Transportation about how the business could go about getting a protective barrier.
DOT absolutely will allow the installation of bollards through a permit that would be taken out and approved by our office.
DOTD spokesperson Aaron Buchanan tells us the agency got a legal opinion on this in 2020 and was told there was no issue with the business taking out a permit in this situation.
DOTD or the city of Shreveport wouldn't be the entities that would, actually install the bollards and put them there, nor would we continue to maintain them, but the business certainly can do that.
After our interview this morning, the Blind Tiger's owner told us he spoke to his contractors about pulling the permits and getting the process started. They say they love where their business is located and haven't thought about changing locations.
Honestly, I don't want our legacy to be the place that gets hit by cars. I want it to be that we have great food, great entertainment, that we're a lot of fun.
In downtown Shreveport, donnakeeya, KSLA News 12.